Hey there, it's Michelle with Brilliant Quest, and I got a little story time for you. The other day, I was in my office trying to figure out a situation, a problem that I had. And I don't know about you, but this doesn't happen very often. But I had a waking vision. A waking vision. And it was in a snap, but it was a complete download of information. And I want to share it with you. And in this vision, I see myself in this room, and one whole side of the room is a clear barrier, like a glass or something. And I see myself with this metal chair just banging, I mean, banging on this glass, and nothing is happening. Because on the other side of it, it's all of this material stuff. And I get the sense that is also the things that I have been sometimes lusting for, but my desires, wants, dreams, and hopes as well. And not only that, on the other side of this room, it looks like it's a huge cargo area. I'm talking about with high ceilings, the lighting, the whole thing. And all this stuff is just stacked up like a storehouse. And I'm so close, but I can't get to it. I can see it. It's tangible. It's not just a dream. It's right there in front of me, but I can't get to it. Even with exerting all my might. And at that moment, it just drops in my understanding that where I am, this is not about the physical flesh and blood. This is about the mental. And I look, and like I said, I can see myself. So it's me watching myself. And at that moment, the me that I'm watching stops, because when it says mental, I get this word flip. You have to flip your mental. It's not about how much effort you can put into trying to grab it, get it, access it. It's all in the mind. And so immediately I watch myself stop, and then I kind of like look, and there is this light, not light switch. It's like, one of those handles you pull down when you want to shut down something or open something. And so it's a handle, and I just see it. And I never, it's like, I know that I never saw it before. And so I go and I pull the handle down. Do you know that partition? It doesn't shatter or move aside. It moves down. And as it moves down, I instantly know that this was a self-made barrier that could exist because I was on a lower level of understanding how to go about getting the things that I want, my things that I desire, and the like. And so it disappears down into the ground. And I walk right through, and I go, and I'm able to access everything. And so that waking vision was so powerful that I was like, oh my gosh. And I went on, like, I was working, like I said, I was working on this problem. Problem got fixed. And I was working on this book, finally got the book finished. I was like, oh my gosh. And I was like, this is really powerful. And so I wrote it down. That's why I'm able to just tell it to you the way I am, because it was so powerful. I wrote it down, and then I just knew I'm supposed to share this with other people. And so if you're watching this is why you're watching this. I want you don't have to see the same vision I see, but I want you to just take a moment and just get a piece of paper and handwrite it. When you handwrite stuff, it becomes real, because whatever your dominant hand is that you use to write, you've used it to write so long that it bypasses our mind and goes into our subconscious, or our unconscious, if you will, and it goes into our central nervous system, that is our involuntary, so that you're able to touch the real part, the part that might be hiding from this knowledge up here. And so write down and start with this. What have I been expending a lot of energy on, and I'm not getting the results that I want? Write down, what are the things that I see that I keep trying to get, and either I don't get them, or I get them and I can't keep them? And then number 3, look at what are the things that you have made excuses for not having in your life because you don't feel that you can get to them. Now we can talk about worthiness and all these other things, and things, of victimhood and, self imposter syndrome. But what I really want you to just do is focus on what has been a distance between you and what you want. And I want you to look at it and see, is it time for you to have a mind flip, a mental flip? Is it time for you to stop using and exerting emotional energy, physical energy? Or is it time for you to make the flip and just say, whatever I desire is given. Whatever I desire, I already have. Everything I need is already in me. And really, if you can't do it for long, just do it for that moment. Really believe it. Really see it. Really accept it. And your whole world is going to start to change. Now, I know it might, y'all, my hair. I know it might be so far-fetched for you, because this might not be something that is habitual, but you got to start somewhere. And it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be pretty. You don't have to get a step. Just understand. A mind flip is just that. You flip it. I think Tony Robbins even says something to this effect. I can't quote it, but it's something about if you want to change, it's in an instant. And he's referring to this mental flip. All of this exerting energy, trying your darndest to just, if I could just push more, if I could just work harder, when it is all about the mind. Now, I'll tell you another one. And hopefully, yeah, yeah, I can tell you this. Um, I was doing a lot of worrying about a situation. And I was like, why am I worrying? I'm usually not the worrier. And I went to bed and I remembered I gave my higher self and all is mine, universe, God, spirit, whatever you want to call it. I asked with all earnestness right before I went to sleep. I said, please, y'all work this out for me. You know way more than I do. And when I woke up in mid conversation. I don't know how else to explain it. It was like that real me, was having a conversation with all his mind, with God. And when I woke up, this is what Spirit was saying to me. And it was, you are not taking your own advice and the divine wisdom that you know. You have gotten out of alignment. You have been trying to do things to have so that you can be what you want to be. The doing and the having don't work until you first be it. That is why I am that I am. So I am healthy. I am wise. I am wealthy. I am helpful, useful, whatever. It is an I am statement in the moment. And I woke up with my feet getting on the ground out of the bed because I don't like to stay in bed long. My feet getting out of the bed saying, I am. And I'm going to tell you. And now that I think of it, that came before that day vision that I had, and they totally line up. I think it is because I had to, and I'm getting this right as I'm talking to you, I'm getting this that I had to be in proper alignment so that I could get to the mind flip, to get out of all of that mental rubbish and torment and pain, because I was so busy trying to put the actions before the being. So, yeah, take that. Be, do, have. You must be it. And the way you be it is understand that you are that you are. You are whatever it is you want. You are. So, you are free. You are kind. You are loved. You are loyal, whatever. And make it about what you know, what you should be. Don't worry about what others are to you. Focus on you. And when you start being, you'll get all the other stuff that you want from the other people. And so that's really what I want to say to you. It's just a flip. It's a mental flip. Everything you want. And I'm not saying that everything you want is going to be immediately there in front of you, but it is immediately there in front of you, possibly with some conditions like you need to get some experience so that you don't blow yourself up if you get this. You need to have, and check out another video I did about the 3 shortcuts to having the best life ever. You need to have the proper infrastructure and foundations of your life together. And I am going to be talking a little bit about that because I've got some wonderful nieces and nephews who are talking about this adulting thing, and just giving them little insights. They're like, thank you. And they've asked me to share this, so I will. But understanding, get in alignment. Alignment means simply when you start. Now, of course, we have advances in alignment, but understand this. You must be what it is you want so that you can do it with authenticity and intention. If you get it out of order, you always have this lack of true commitment because you don't even believe it. You're hoping it without believing it, without committing to the bit. And so that's why we must be first. So that when we do it in the authentic way with the intention that it works, because this is who we are. And then when you are consistent with only doing out of who you really are authentically, you will have what it is you want. And so going back to that mind flip, when I was banging on there trying to get to it, it was out of a desperate energy. It was out of oh, please, just let me get to it. That's the doing before the being. When I had the mind flip and I started to realize that's my stuff. That's my stuff on the other side of that petition. That's when the switch appeared, and I was able to flip it and get to a higher level, a higher vibration and frequency and energy so that I could have those things. Because in hindsight, the stuff that I was trying to figure out, my mind would have never come up with it in that void of desperation, in that void of lusting and hungering for it, to the point where I'm trying to throw myself at it and beat it down and grab it. All right. So that is the thing that I wanted to share with you, because it is revelatory to me. And I knew this is not just for me. This is for you too. So I send you blessings. I send you love. I send you all of the things that I can share with you, because there is no distance in time. There is no, especially now that we can talk to each other like this through these mediums that they have. Oh, bless them for that. And so I'm going to challenge you. I'm going to ask you to get a right alignment. Be it. And when I say be it, I mean just accept it. You don't have to have the outward confirmation. If you want to be wealthy, I am wealthy. It doesn't matter what your surroundings are like. It doesn't matter where you're located in the world. The world is a mirror of who we think we are. And I will tell you this. There's this great book by the alchemist, I mean by Paulo Coelho called The Alchemist. And in there we get that famous saying that says, when you, and I'm paraphrasing, when you get certain, the universe will conspire in your favor to make it so. And that's what I'm saying. Make the mental flip. Be. Do out of the authenticness of your being with intention, and you will have. Make that mental flip. Identify those areas where you've not been getting the results, and you know that you've been just hoping that maybe you luck up on it, or that if you work and push yourself hard enough that you'll get it, and you're still not getting it. Make the mental flip. So guess what? The time is up. I thank you for yours. This is Michelle, your big sis with Brilliant Quest. Don't tell me I didn't ever tell you nothing good. All right? Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and comment. And I'm going to see you on the next video. Bye.